Hello there, friend, or soon-to-be friend. How are you doing? You know I can't hear you, right? This is just a video. But thanks for playing along. Anywho, I may not know everything about you yet, but I do know one thing. You're a person with dreams and goals, wishes and aspirations. Maybe your goal is something very specific. Maybe you've known it for a long time. But maybe you've just been biding your time until you're able to seek it out. Alternatively, maybe your goal is something very general. You want to do something, find some sense of accomplishment in the world. But maybe you don't quite know yet what you want to do, or how to go about doing it. Regardless of what your particular case may be, I'm here to help fix that, because I care about you. And because I know that you have all of the potential and power to become something great. Now, I know that that might sound cliche, but the only reason why I'm telling you that is because I know all too many people who refuse to believe it. And because of that, I think they need to hear it more. Now, if you're not sure that something is right for you, if you're not certain if that's going to be the perfect thing, or if you just have so many options you don't know which one to pick, just pick it and do it. How will you know if it's the right choice or not? You don't. You just do it. And you keep going with it until you've given it a very genuine try. Now, maybe you have already tried, or simply really want to try, but you're scared. You're scared of messing it up. You're scared because you see where you are now, and you see the long, hard road ahead to get to where you want to be. And you're not quite sure if it's worth it. The good news is that your dream doesn't have a deadline. You don't need to reach any checkpoints by any specific time, whether that be hours from now, days, or years. However, that shouldn't be an excuse to keep putting off your goals. I mean, we can keep saying tomorrow, tomorrow, but tomorrow always has yet another tomorrow, and once you get stuck in a rut, trust me when I say I know how hard it is to break that cycle. But just like in physics, an object at rest stays at rest. But any object in motion will stay in motion. And lucky for you, you have the power to make yourself move, and the courage to bypass whatever it is that's stopping you. Now, you sat or laid down to watch this video. Maybe you've committed to the full length of time, or maybe you're just skimming through. Either way, you're here now. And maybe this video is your just one more video before and as your friend or soon-to-be friend, I'm not going to allow that to be the case. So, we're going to do something small. I call this step 0. I want you to just get whatever things you need to pursue whatever it is you want to do, and just put them in front of you. Whether that be your art stuff, your makeup bag, your dumbbells, your instruments and sheet music, whatever. Pause the video if you need to, but I insist that you get those things and just, again, put them in front of you. Don't do anything with them. Now that you have everything in front of you, let me tell you how to begin following your dream. You're going to take it one step at a time. Now, I know what you're saying. This advice is something we have heard over and over again, but very few people ever actually follow it. Because even when we want to go one step at a time, we're thinking way too much about the later steps, or we're trying to do too many steps at once in the first place. And when that happens, we overwhelm ourselves and we think that we just can't do it. Let me give you an example of what actually taking one step at a time looks like. What do you think step 1 is to learning a song on guitar? It's not playing the first verse. It's not learning the strumming pattern. It's not even playing the first chord. Step 1 is putting one finger on one of the strings that you need in order to play the first chord. Now you're probably thinking, well, that sounds so simple, it's almost stupid. Yes, you're right. Why? Because it's step 1. This way of breaking down tasks makes things much less overwhelming, and is actually used as a form of treatment for some cases of depression. Does this technique work of taking things one step at a time? Hell yeah, it works. How do you think I write any of my scripts? And no, I'm not even joking when I say that. And so, with all of that said, together, right now, we're going to pursue your dream. But Mint, I'm not in the mood. Now's not the time. There's never going to be a situation in which absolutely every condition is exactly perfect for you to start pursuing your dream. You can't wait for the stars to align for you because you are already the star. So right now, together, we're going to take step 1. If you're an artist, I want you to draw one line. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't undo it, don't redo it, just do it. And don't do any more than one line. If you want to exercise, lift your dumbbell one time. If you have to make a phone call, dial one number. If you have to read something, read one sentence and understand it. Whatever step 1 looks like for you, take it right now and nothing more. Pause if you need to, but if you pause for too long, you're trying to take too many steps at once. If you have completed step 1, I have one thing to say to you. Congratulations. You now have the one thing that you needed and didn't have before this video. Momentum. You have officially broken your rest state. So now, we're going to take step 2. Again, just do one step. Don't worry about the end product. Don't worry about where you're going with it. This is only step 2. Now, take a look at where you are. You are 2 steps closer to achieving your dream. But it's only 2 steps. Yes, but it's 2 steps more than you had less than 8 minutes ago. Now, of course, what are we going to do? We're going to take step 3. Because now you know that you can. You are strong, you are capable, you are headed to where you want to be. So, now that step 3 is done, let's take a brief moment, because you've already taken a few steps, and you're already in motion. So let me ask you to ask yourself, are you just going to stop now? Are you just going to undo everything, put everything away, and discard whatever you have? Hell no, you're not. What a waste of time that would be. So now, you're going to take your 4th step. And after that, you'll take your 5th. And you're going to keep on going until you no longer have to even count steps, because you'll just be doing it. And when that does happen, let that be an affirmation to yourself that your dream, whatever it may be, you can make that a reality. Because you are determined, you are smart, you are talented, you are competent, and nothing can stop you. Now, you may complete your task. If that's the case, great, awesome job. But maybe this is something that will have to take multiple days. In which case, it's okay to stop once you reach a point where you are satisfied and not just bored. But may I remind you that tomorrow will come. You are going to go back to a resting state, at least temporarily. And when that does happen, you're not going to say, tomorrow, tomorrow, anymore. You're going to accomplish what you want to accomplish because you now know to take it one step at a time. And if tomorrow you just can't bring yourself to do that, well, come right back here, and I'll remind you of just how capable you are. So keep going. Keep following your dreams, your passions, your inspirations, because you are absolutely able to. And in a world filled with things that can get in your way, filled with things that can genuinely stop your progress, don't let yourself stop you.